All right, joining me at this time from Modest Moms Wrestling, Miss Alexandra Hamilton. She is with me right now. How's it going?
Hi, it's going great.
Thank you so much for taking the time and doing this interview. I appreciate it.
Heck yeah, I'm so excited. I've never done one of these.
Wow, this is your first interview. Okay, that's pretty cool. Um,
I know, I'm a little nervous.
so you'll do good. You're gonna be all right. I got you. I got you. Uh,
All right.
so I'm joined with Alexandra Hamilton of Modest Moms Wrestling, and I want to start off with that in particular. I've been a fan of MMW for about a month now. Um,
Yay!
so I think you followed me a while back, and I started checking out the videos, and I like the content. I like the some of the competitors that's in it, and
Heck,
I see some familiar names on there that some familiar faces. Ali Parker, Jezebel Romo, and Shelly Martinez has appeared for your company. How did MMW got started? How did it all begin?
Modest Moms Wrestling came about. Have you heard the show Glow?
Yes, I have.
Oh, Kenny, let me tell you something about those gorgeous ladies of wrestling. My dad was such a fan when I was a kid. He was a fan of women's wrestling anyway. I mean, who isn't? They're beautiful. They're athletic. They're just badass, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I watched the Netflix Glow because I was like, oh, my dad would be so happy. Lord rest his soul. He'd be so excited to watch this. So I watched it, and I was like, you know, I think I could do that. I think I could do it, and I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to try it out. So I got my boys' wrestling mats out, and I thought to myself, well, okay, if I'm going to do it, I'm just going to go for it. And I grabbed myself by the hair, and I threw myself across that mat like nobody's business. And I was like, oh, holy crapola, I am so doing this. And so that's how it started. I told my husband, I'm getting a wrestling ring, and I'm going to start my own business. I I have friends that sell Tupperware. I have friends that sell weight loss everything, wraps and pills and everything. And that is not me. I was like, if I'm going to do something from home, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to love what I do. And darn it, that's what I'm doing. I am loving what I'm doing. I love it, and I'm having fun.
It's definitely exciting that you are having fun with this, and Modest Moms Wrestling just continues to grow, continues to get the support from so many people, and people are retweeting your material. And I want to talk about some of the I guess the locals that you have on there. What was the whole recruiting process like, trying to get some locals on board with Modest Moms Wrestling?
Oh, Kenny, all the locals are all my dearest friends. I called them. I said, listen, why don't you come over and let me tell you about something. And they came over, and I told them, listen, we're going to wrestle, and I'll pay you, and it'll be fun, and all you have to do is just put on a leotard and some tights and have a good time. Just be your pretty old mean self, or, in Dynamite Dana's case, she's about as frightening as a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But, yeah, all of the local girls are very dear friends. Our kids play sports together. I've known them for very many years.
I definitely like the locals. Beautiful, badass woman, and like you said, having fun, and you definitely are a good businesswoman because you got these women on board, and they getting the love, like you getting, and Modest Moms Wrestling is definitely right up there as one of the top um, companies out there for fantasy wrestling, and it's probably the only fantasy wrestling of any kind that I know that has the dollar downloads. Like, it that doesn't get any better than that.
Isn't that fun to know that you can get a few minutes of just, somebody beating the crap out of another person for just $1? We're going to be putting more on. We've been really busy. We've been shooting a lot of customs, and we're actually in the process of renovating and rebuilding our home, and we've got a lot going on. We've got kids and everything, but we're going to be getting back on adding more of the dollar downloads, because that is fun. I can't resist something for $1. I'm at the checkout and I see something for $1 and I'll just grab that dang thing.
I have to agree. People complain about the prices in stores or online or wherever the case may be, but you can't complain when it's worth $1. I mean, like I said, that your company is the only one that I know of that has the dollar downloads, and it's worth spending for it, and you'll be supporting Alexandra and the girls, and they can keep doing more videos, and they can keep growing, keep evolving, and more good things to come with this incredible company, and I'm excited to see what else y'all have in store. I want to talk about some of the names that I've already mentioned. Jezebel Romo for Lucha Girls. Not for the neck of the woods. I've been a fan of Jezebel for quite some time. Her company is amazing.
Yes, it is.
How did y'all two linked up? Did you reach out to her? She reached out to you? How did that came to be?
So, funny story. First of all, Jezebel Romo will be here on Monday. She'll be coming back up here. I love her. She is so much fun to work with, and she is just a plethora of knowledge. That woman is just, I love her. Lucha Girls is just unbelievable. The website, everything. And I really want to connect with smart, strong entrepreneur women who are about their business, who take it seriously, who love their fans like I do, and want to really, help me do better. And I reached out to her, now a year ago. She was the first person I had a match with. Actually, I went down, we have family in Southern California, and I went down there, and I had a match with her, kind of like a session or whatever, but she let us record, and she was so kind, and I just loved her so much. So, that's how I reached out to her.
And
Yeah. Oh,
go ahead.
oh no, go ahead.
Oh yeah, so that's awesome that she was on board, and someone of her caliber, someone that's been wrestling. She's wrestled on the indie scene for quite some time, and then she started Lucha Girls, and it's become a juggernaut of a company. And to see y'all two link up, and the chemistry that y'all have with one another is pretty cool. As a matter of fact, I'm definitely gonna be buying some of these downloads between you two. It's just incredible. Um, and I also want to talk about how'd you interact with Miss Allie Parker, similar to Jezebel. She's also been on the indie scene, and she's got
Heck
her
yes,
own,
it was.
and she also has her own company as well. What's it like working with Allie Parker?
Oh my gosh, Allie Parker is a work monster. She gets here, she gets the job done. She knows what she has to do. It's like it's fantastic working with her. I love working with Allie Parker because she is such a strong woman. I just, like I said, I try to align myself with women who are smart in the business and good at what they do. And Allie Parker stood out right away. I was like, I have to get a hold of her. I have to contact her. I want to work with her. And I had people messaging me saying, hey, what about Allie Parker? I'm like, I know. So that's how I've put myself out to nearly everyone that I've worked with.
I definitely love some Allie Parker. Not only she's an incredible worker, but she's had her share of adversity, overcome it, and still able to do what she loves to do. Um, so you've worked with some familiar faces. Who are some people out there that you would like to see? There's a lot of people that's requesting names, obviously, but you, with your company and all, who do you want to see step inside the Modest Moms wrestling ring one day?
Okay, so I'm a Glow fan, so I would love to have Hollywood come and visit Modest Moms Wrestling. I would love to have her here. I would just be, I don't know if I could, I don't even know. I'm such a fan. I would be like, oh, go ahead, just beat me. But yeah, I would love to see her. Sybil Starr would be great to have here. Yeah, but Hollywood for sure, that would be fantastic. I would be just over the moon if she could make it out.
One of the original Glow girls herself in Hollywood. I like to see that too. She looks beautiful after all these years. Just she's like a fine wine apparently. She just keeps
Oh,
getting better.
yes, she is.
She just keeps getting better. So I like to see that. Now I want to talk about something else, Miss Hamilton. Your Twitter name, USA's Best Jobber, which you can follow her on Twitter. You can also follow at Lady Wrestling. Um, you definitely take pride of being the best jobber. What just so I can get an understanding, what makes you the best jobber? What makes you stand out from the competition out there?
Well, first of all, everybody likes to see a pretty girl get beat up. I don't know what it is. It's, but that's just everybody likes to see a pretty girl get beat. My reactions, my creativity, my creative team, I sell it. I really go for it, and I mean it. Every match that I have, I put my very all into everything. I do the best that I can do in everything. I try my hardest for everything. So, yeah, I would say that is what makes me USA's best jobber, because I really put a lot of pride, a lot of care into every single match I do. I mean it with all my heart.
I'm convinced. I'm definitely believe it. You take pride of it. You definitely give it 110%, and it shows. And what's very interesting about the videos, the downloads, is that I guess some have music while the action is going on, some does not, and I think you definitely another company, one of the few companies that I know that has music while the action is going on. What makes you like handpick the music as far as that gets played while the action is going on?
Well, I don't know about you, but I listen to music all day long and don't even realize it sometimes, on commercials, in store.
Yeah.
I feel like it just kind of adds that little spice, that little funness to things. Also gets a little beat stuck, I don't know, just in your head, you like, oh yeah, like kind of like you're right there with us fighting. Then you think of the match if you hear like the tune again, like, oh, I remember, I don't know. I think it's fun. I think it sounds good. Yeah.
Definitely got the flow to it. Got the nice beat. Definitely when, someone gets trapped in a corner like yourself and just get punched after punch after punch after punch, and it's on to the next move and stuff. So it definitely goes with the videos very well. I definitely believe. So for more info, where can people go as far as checking out the videos and learn more info about Modest Moms Wrestling? Where can people go?
Well, people can always go to my Twitter, the modestmomswrestling.com website, my Clips for Sale store, 133147. VK, are you familiar with VK?
But yeah, yes I am.
Well, so isn't that something? That website is just unbelievable. I didn't even know nothing about it. And man, I'll tell you what, a lot of my fans come from VK.com. and I put a lot of stuff on there. Actually, when I started, that's where I started was at VK, and I put a lot of free videos up to see how I'd get reaction, you know. So VK is definitely a big one. And I'm gonna start it my own YouTube here soon.
I'm definitely familiar with YouTube as well as everybody else, so I definitely will subscribe once you have it up and running. Um, and Alexandra, I want thank you so much for wanting to do this interview. This is your first interview ever, and I'm glad I could be the first to interview you, and hopefully it'll lead to many more to come. You are truly amazing. You're a sweetheart. I love what Modest Moms Wrestling is doing, and I look forward to seeing it grow and evolving. And who knows, we just might see you versus Hollywood down the road, or you versus Silver Star, or maybe a triple threat between all three of you, kind of like the main event at WrestleMania this past weekend.
Oh, I would love that. That would be wonderful. Thank you for all your kind words.
True.
Every time, anytime you want, just send me a message. I'd love to do it again. This was fun.
Awesome. We'll definitely keep you. Well, I do have the 8-year anniversary show next week, and I am looking for like former guests. And since you are now officially a guest on the show, if you are a busy woman and all, but if you ain't got any plans, we're gonna have you back on, recap, what you have in store with Jezebel. I mean, we can do that if you